Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I see everybody in the chat saying, "Where's he at? What's going on?" Hey, yeah, Joe's a few minutes late, so I was trying to figure out some plans there. But good to see everybody in the chat. Welcome back. Glad to missed you last week. We had Easter. We had a wonderful Easter. Hey, good to see Jack O' Lantern out there, South Carolina. Good doing. Salad Boy. Hey, Bobby B. Trippy Rips is out there too. All right. Good to see everybody. Yeah, hopefully it said 4:30 on the start. I'm sorry if you see 8:30 or something weird, but that's I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Trying to keep it consistent. We had to move a few back a couple weeks, but I'm trying to mid afternoon seems good for people. So we're gonna do some opening today of the Not Scars set from GPK Online. So I've got one here that I picked up right before Easter. I wanted to open it, but holidays and everything. And then we also I have three of these, the Wacky Packages 2023 set, the packs. So got one of those. We're gonna open one of those at least, and then I got some random stuff to open. It's pretty interesting. Maybe we'll do a 10 too. I know Joe's got a whole bunch of stuff. I was gonna let him open a lot of stuff today, so we'll get right into it in a minute. Also have something to come back from a grading company I might just share with you too. It's a little preview. Putting together like a compilation video of that to sort of just share my experience with a few grading companies and what that looks like, and whether it's worth it or just kind of explain to you why I did what I did. So I'll give you a little preview today of one of them. I have some back, and there's a GPK or two in there, so I thought it might be kind of cool to see. Yeah, good to have you here today. Let's see. I'll cut over to my other camera here, my drawing camera. You can see some stuff, and I can show you some cool stuff. All right. And then Joe will come in a little bit, and he's got also the same set. So we'll see what he gets any kind of weird parallel hits on his as well. So let me cut over there. Let's see. All right. So I've got these two. Let's see. South Boy says as well. Did you see the? Yes, the Prime Slime sets are coming out for the next few weeks. Yeah, so David Gross announced some of those. Yep. And yeah, I'm looking forward to those. I haven't collected the expansion sets in quite a while. Like I really wasn't into them for a while, just because I wasn't. I don't know. I think I sort of, like I said before, like if I missed the first one, I kind of didn't want to catch up. So as long as I have an online reference, I'm pretty happy. I really like them. I love online sets. I love adding extra artwork to a set. So I missed out on the previous ones, which prefer Revenge of Oh the Horrible or Oh the Horrible, however you want to view that. Oh, the image is reversed. Okay. Oh, I'll fix that. Yeah, I've had some weird setup. I went mobile for some traveling, and I came back and I noticed some other stuff. So let's try this. How about, there we go. How's that? And I'm reversed too. Let me fix myself. Thanks for giving me a tip. I checked a few other screens and it didn't look wrong before I started, but this one. Okay, so it looks reversed to me on my display, but it looks right on the main, so it looks good. So, are we all good? All right, good. Thank you. Thanks for the tip. Technical difficulties. Yep. All right. So, let's see. I wanted to show everybody. So let me see if I can share that screen from Tops. Windows, where's it at? This one here. Yeah. So let me make me smaller. So do that. Make me small. All right. So the 2023 Tops kids, no scars, and the print run. I wanted to get that print run out there to show you. So it's like 2,066 cards. That's it. It's kind of low, I guess. I mean, I thought it was kind of low. So, you saw some of these, the Top Gun Maverick. The Avatar was the first one. I don't know if anybody got these in the mail yet or not. I picked them up. They came out last week, I guess? Yeah, last week, midweek, that they arrived at my house. So I imagine most all of you who ordered them have them already. And here's, this is what I would look at. So the parallels, I guess, are like this film strip kind of red with little white dots on the side, kind of like a film strip cell or so. And then, yeah. Ironically, I didn't see any of these movies. Unless this is, do you even know what this is? Oscar Wiener, if this is the, what it reminds me of is Bill and Ted. which is not, it's not that, but I don't know what this is from. You're going to say I'm obviously going to know what it is, like when you mention it, but it says my image is reversed again. That's weird. Everything everywhere at the same time. I wonder why I'm reversed again. It's weird. Might be just the screen. Let's see. Sorry, let me fix that one. Let me fix the screen too. Better. That should be better. And I'm reversed again. It's kind of weird. All right. So yeah, that sets. So Bobby, you said you missed this one. You didn't pick up this one. Yeah, a lot of people skipped it. I don't know why I jumped on it. I think I just thought, well, there's nothing else out. I'll just grab it and just go at it because it was so popular last year. I just thought I might grab one and see what was in there. So anyway, let's open one out and see what's in it. Those are some of the cards in there. Obviously, I like getting the whole set too. I think that's the appeal for me. Hey, Gabe, good to see you out there. Good and received. Hey, good to see you. I think I grabbed it because it was a full set. I think if it was like if I had to buy the packs to build a set online, I don't really care for that much, which is ironic since that's kind of what the Wackies are, right? But I worked on that set, so that's why I grabbed a piece of that. So let me kill that. We'll go back to the main, and that still looks okay. Yeah, Bobby, the online releases are pretty awesome. I missed the boat on so many of them. I doubt I'll ever catch up. But at any rate, let's see here. Let's start with this one here. So this is the Not Scars set. Yeah. I haven't looked at these yet. I opened the plastic to make sure it was that set, to make sure I had a few others come in for my son that were Star Wars. So I've been grabbing a lot of the Star Wars online sets for him, like the little weekly ones for the Mandalorian and stuff. But yeah, not too many for me, but for him. So there we go on the top. And I probably dig this card the most just because I think it's cool. I like these. Sometimes a horizontal card I like the, well done. So yeah, and the print runs like that, like you're saying, Bobby, the print runs, I agree. Like lower print runs, I think that's the way to go if you want to, build a collection that's got some lasting value, right? That's my mindset. So it's just one theory on it. It doesn't mean you have to grab it. As I said, I don't generally get them, so I will try this year. I will try this year to get the Primetime Slime expansion set. I'll call it right. A little warped in the. They're not really warped. They're all right. We'll just start at the top here. Put those to the side. So Sick Maverick. And they do have the parallels. I didn't know that. I was pretty sure there's parallels in there as well. So Topsy Turvy Tom. Good name. Pretty cool. Said give and receives. Let's see what you got. Said going to Walmart after work to hunt the yellow 10. If not, I'll have to save for a hobby box or vacation. Yeah, you know what? I haven't looked at the prices on hobby box recently. I know they were still holding okay last time I looked, but the hobby boxes are let me get this screen here, are pretty nice. I love that 10. That round 10 is just amazing. So all right. Oh, there's parallels in the back, so we'll try to hide that. Elevated Elvis. I didn't see the Elvis movie. I heard it was good. If you're into Elvis, so that was pretty good. Rick and Roll. So I got one of my namesake here. That's cool. I kind of like that. Rick and Roll. Nice. So digging that. Avatar. I heard mixed stuff about the Avatar movie. I don't know if it was any good or not. I was in this flea market over the weekend. I went to multiple places. I got some goodies from places I was traveling, and it was weird. These people behind the desk had these. They called them Avatar babies. It was really creepy looking. They had these. They weren't babies, but they looked at Avatar figurines that were like gel, fleshy looking things. They were kind of creepy. So it just reminds me of that. They were high dollar little things they were about to put up on the shelf or something. I was like, oh, do you need one? Like, nope. Don't need one of those. But I have never seen the Avatar movies. I've seen clips of them. I know what it's about. I've just never seen them. I'm not sure. if they're any good. I rode the ride though at Disney World. I rode the Avatar ride, so it was pretty cool. Paired Pandora, yeah, pretty cool, man. Alien Anna, pretty interesting. Rich and Rick, very callback to our classic GPK characters there. I like that. All right, well, we got a few left, and Hot Miss Maryland. Oscar Wiener. And everyone. I'm just not familiar with the work of that one. All right, and here's our parallel. Oh, awesome. So it's the one of the Top Gun ones, just Topsy Turvy Tom. So cool. They're very thin. I'll tell you that. They're very thin, and they feel, the backs don't feel like cards at all. They feel like sticker cards. They feel like a sticker stock, like if you had made them yourself off sticker stock, I'll be honest. And I don't know if the other sets are like that from last year. Now I wish I knew. But these cards, they are not cardboard. They're just super mega thin. I'm not even damaging them. I'm serious. Like, that is just really flexible. It's almost like vinyl. It's almost a print on like vinyl backing. It's kind of weird. They look good. Yeah, all the artwork's fantastic in these things. They look really solid and sharp, and they're like, this one is miscut a little bit. If I was going to be picky about it and put my grading eyes on for a minute, this is a little miscut, a little off center. That looks, I can't even tell on the camera it looks off center, but it does to me in person. I can tell you this is a thicker border, but yeah, these are weird. These aren't really cards. They're genuinely stickers. So I don't know if that really matters, but you see how much I can bend that? That's just not even, it's weird. I'm not creasing it. There's no cardboard backing in there. Weird. So let me know in the chat if that's how the other sets were last year. If the other Align sets, I have only bought, well, recently it's only been Star Wars stuff for my son, but like, the Wackies, we'll see what they're like too, I guess. But the GPKs didn't buy any last year, so I don't know if they're doing this with all of them. And these were printed out of the Florida facility, so they're not printed in PA. Let's see. See what the best card stock in a while was the Alex Pretty. So the MLB set. Okay. They look really nice. They look nice. I like the second Series 2, I think, if I've got that right, if they were 2 sets or not. But the Series 2 look really good to me. I like the artwork in that one better. But yeah, these look really good. They're mega thin. They're not cards. They're like sticker cards. They remind me of like sticker book cards. But yeah, big deal, right? It doesn't matter. Their artwork's pretty nice. Yeah, we won't be a card stock snob today. That's all right. Because they're really nice. They're very good shining quality. I mean, they look good. So happy with that. And I'm happy with this. This is one of the cards that I really liked out of the set a lot. So, yeah, I'm digging that one. Dig that one. So that's cool. That's cool. All right. So that's a success. It's kind of like that. Oh, it was Series 2. Thank you. Yeah, Series 2 was my favorite. I didn't really care for the first series, and I didn't buy the one, but again, I just wasn't getting into it at the time. But I think I would go back and buy Series 2 if I had a shot at it. So also up here, I have the Wacky Packages came in this past Thursday. So last Thursday I got this set in, and I think this Thursday while I was traveling, I got this set in at the house, and so I'll pull up the odds on this one too and stuff, so we know what's possible in here. So these are not a complete set. This is just a pack to help build a set, which for $20 a pop, that's $20 a pack with a chance of a hit or so. There's 2 hits per box. And let me pull up the hits, what's available in these. I know not everybody here collects Wackies, but it's something I've worked on at Tops for a while, is both Wackies and GPK. So I started them both simultaneously, both when I first started. So I kind of like them both a lot. So yeah, they sold out really quick, and they came back online a few days later. No, I'm sorry, that's the postcard set. My apologies. These sold out pretty fast. They sold them in single packs, and then they sold them in 5 packs. And there's a few cards that were in there. I haven't really paid a lot of attention to the artwork in here, so I kind of take a blind eye to them. But we'll open them up and see. And there's a holofoil hit. Let's see the hits here. I don't know if you can read these, but the hits. So there's 12 subjects, 10 base stickers, 10 base cards with 2 hits per pack, as I was saying. And the hits do include a coupon sort of insert hit. A sketch card is available in 1 in 5 packs. A rainbow foil to 25 is a hit. And there's silver border parallels. That's the border around the actual image will be silver. The artwork, and then there is a comic style card that's hit. And here's some of the sketch artists that were a lot of well-known GPK artists in there as well. You got David Grizz, Meeks is in there, Joe, David's in there, Neil. A lot of folks. My Mike's in there. I just get artists. So yep, and a few Narek in there. He's new. Yeah, a lot of awesome people in there. So glad to be on this one. The retail sets for Wacky's stopped back in 2018 with Go to the Movies. It was the last set I worked on. So I was really excited to see how they would produce this one. But as an online exclusive, what's good about online exclusives is you can reach back into the past and use ones that they would ban. Since they're adult purchase only, you can do ones that are from the 70s and 60s that would be completely banned today, where there's cigarettes and alcohol and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So you could do all, there's no limitations on these, which is kind of nice for an artist. But let's see what's in here. It'd be funny. I have 3 packs. I didn't plan to open all 3. I was going to keep 2 sealed and for my own private collection just to have. But they sent me 2 blues and a red. So and I just saw online the resale value on these things is kind of going nuts. The cheapest I saw was like $50 before shipping, and I think they were 20 a box. And I saw somebody else charging 60 or something like that the other day. So 3 times the price for a box they were when he first came out. I don't know. I might twist my arm. I might open another one, but I wanted just to have some just to put on the shelf with the other stuff. So we're gonna guess this has the sketch in it, right? It'd be funny if I pulled my own sketch. It's kind of crazy. And let me find a knife. Where's the knife? There it is. Let's see. What's say on there? Wacky Packs rock. I get them in baseball packs. Get them in baseball packs. Cool. And Bobby's saying I've seen some very rude. Yeah, there's some rough ones in the past. Yeah. There's babies smoking cigars and stuff. It's I think it's really funny that Wacky's actually, when they first premiered one of the early years in the 70s, when they first were getting revved up pretty good, they actually outsold baseball cards one year, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, Wackies are pretty neat. They require a little more thought in the gag. There's a little more legal trouble they have to go through hoops to make sure they won't get sued for the satire there. But yeah, they're pretty awesome, and the artwork's been fantastic on all of them over the years. So yeah, no odds on the box. Just so you see, there's no odds on the box here for them. So just pretty blank. Let's get into it and see what's in there. Just one kind of metallic pack. Very, very thick pack. It feels almost like a relic cards in there. It's not, but like it's a very thick feeling pack there. So I'm interested. Let's see. Get that top edge there. There we go. Slide them out there. We'll turn them over. Gong O Scare. Okay. Try to make sure they're centered up here. Oh, and they're super thin too. They're very thin. They're very much like the print of the same facility as the GPKs. They're super thin. Super thin cards. And they're very much like the sticker stock feel. So, all right. Love for Sweeties. All right. It's a nod to a classic card. On the back here, okay, so we got Hamburger Yelper, Frightening Freakish. This is just a puzzle back on the back of this one. For some more feathers, finches. Okay, in front of Frenches. Stiffy Pop. And you can see there's a parallel, it looks like a foil parallel back there. Armored Joy. Very cool. Here's the Hamburger Yelper base card. Dusk. 50% less blood stains. Fang cleaning liquid. My goodness. There's always multiple gags on the card too if you really spend time looking at them. I probably don't spend enough time looking at them. I'm looking more at the artwork and stuff, but there's the wording and everything. There's always multiple things going on. Taser Strudel, that might be my favorite. Let me see here. We got give and receive. Got to head to work. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you finding some time to join us. Yeah, good luck finding that yellow 10. No problem. No problem. I'm sure you'll find some. There's still plenty of vacation out in the wild, which is really good to see. All right. Macaroni and cheap for rich taste. Macaroni ain't cheap. Ain't cheap. Okay. So golden macaroni kind of nice. Dollar signs. Frozen assets. So you got multiple little gags there. Pretty neat. Stun Maiden. High voltage electrified raisins. Okay. It's pretty good. Okay, and here's one of my hits. It's silver. This is the silver bordered parallel. And it's Rubbles. Rubbles or Rockheads. For Rockheads. So it's okay. And here is our hollow foil, which is Rot Wheels, which it is 10 of 25. You can see that in there, 10 of 25 up there. Yeah. Neat. Hollow foil. I love hollow foil. It's been done for a long time, but it's always like it. In the back, this is definitely a card. So the rest, let me explain one thing. So this one, this parallel, the silver border is thin like the others, more like a sticker, just like the other stuff. This is a card. This is a real card. So it's very thick laminated. It's a lot like a Chrome edition card. It's very thick on the back, very laminated. Almost like the Chrome parallel hits. It's that thick. So not it's not binding. It's not bending at all. Pretty cool. Digging that. Pretty neat. All right. So that's one down. So what do you think? Should we open the other two boxes? I'm kind of interested now. I was really kind of like what would I do? Would I open them? Would I not? Should we open them? Should we open the red box? Should we open another blue box? Should I just put them on the shelf to never be opened and just to be looked at? Bobby's like, hell yeah. Open the red. I'm going to open the red. That's 2 votes for red. And both of you, yep, you're good luck. Everybody's good luck in this stream, in this chat. I love it. So let's do it. Let's open this one. I wasn't going to do it, but you know what? I just kind of want a pretty box up on the shelf. And that'll do. Even an open box is fine. I don't care. I don't care. I'll stab my hand like that. I don't think I know that Joe, I don't think he got any of these. I was talking to him about but he got the postcard set. It came out a little bit later, and I didn't get any of those. I didn't really like the price point on them, but my work in this set too was better. I had more time where I had everything I put in this set was pretty good quality, and the other ones I had to rush. So I guess it's my own personal preference. I I wasn't happy with that set. However, it's a cool set. Both of them pretty neat. I just thought this was more economical, more affordable, so pulled more triggers on this one. I should have guessed. $20 a pop then. Now they're up to 60, 3 times the price. But the red box, so yeah, the red box, there's two variations. There's different stuff on the fronts, nothing on the backs. The sides really to give you odds or anything. But yeah, that's cool. Keep those over there. Pack number 2. So $20 a pack. That's what you get. Yeah. All right. Oh, Bluey. We're called Gluey. So he's glue. Okay. Warning sticky hazard. Okay. All right. So Bluey. The Yelper card. Nagging insoles. Dr. Scolds. Okay. Good name. I kind of dig the name. Dr. Scolds. Wolfman Chili. There we go. Muckbone. Very cool. Shambles. Killer tomato soup. I like that. I like the tomato ones from the 60s. There's Demented. It's I forget the name of the actual tomato. There's several tomato spoofs ones, and there's somewhere like was called one called Hurts where he's hitting his stomach and stuff. But the Demented tomato ones from '68 die cut sticker set, and they reprinted them many times. It's one of my favorites. Frosted Cakes. They've done Tony the Tiger in a billion ways, which is great. I always like drawing him. He's fun. Frosted Cakes. They're baked, of course. Good source of sugar. Cake hogs. Very funny. Fun size. Sparta. The tougher picker upper. 300 sheets deflates any spill. Okay. These are Sparta. Let's see. Coffin polish. Torches, tombstones, coffin. Net webs, 13. Okay. Transplanters, salted mixed nuts, livers, lungs, hearts, kidneys, and brains. Okay. All right. And here's our silver. Baskin rabies. Oh, man. Cookies and Scream. Pretty good. And here's our other hit. Not sure what it is. Or if it is another hit. Armored Joy. Is this the coupon or? I mean, this was in the other one, so I don't know what that's going on there. So that's a hit. Maybe I missed what the hit was here. I only see one hit in this box. I didn't see anything I could qualify as a coupon to me. But I'm also not familiar with the set as much, so look at the backs to make sure there's nothing strange with that. Wackies are famous for having weird backs and things like that. Different variants or parallels are like backs. I don't see anything beyond this. Yeah, I guess that's the coupon. Looking heavy. See. Yeah, so this is the coupon. All right. Well, I dig the silver one. The coupons are kind of lackluster to me. I'm like, is it a coupon? Is it not? Because on this one, I got an Armor Joy in this too, right? And let's go back and take a look at that. I'm just not educated on Wackies anymore. Armor Joy. So yeah, here's the Armor Joy base, which has just the artwork on it. So I expected the front to be different. But that's how Wackies are. You got to look at the backs of them. So the backs are where you really tell the difference in some of them. So that's the coupon parallel. So if you're building subsets, you got to have these too. So there you go. I wish the front was a little different, but that's the way they are. So man, get with the program, right? Yeah. Oh, by the way, the sketch cards look kind of like this. I've got a blank one here. I'm going to show you. I haven't done the commissions on these yet, but here's the blank one I haven't drawn on. I did 60 of these, and here's the back. So this is what you're looking for if you're looking for sketches from folks. So, yep. There you go. Yeah, no, we didn't miss a hit. We didn't miss a hit. That's, Bobby, that's it. That's how they do it, man. It's very different for these. So, yeah, silver, which I dig the silver. That's cool. But, yeah. All right, so we got to do the one last box. You got me all the way in now, so we'll do the last box because we got to get another hit, right? Yeah, I'd like them too. I think they're good. They're good. They're cool cards. Yeah. I think the prices will come down on too, and I think base sets will be cheap. I would hope. You know, people are selling them high right now because they just came out, and there's hits in the boxes, right? 1 in 5 for a sketch card is pretty good odds. So we'll see what we get here. I don't want a sketch card, but that's me. I want, I don't want just something interesting. Something interesting. I just butchered that pack. Put it right there. All right, Made. Your Mad Magazine reference. This is a hollow foil in the back there. Yep. Made. Good cleaning fun. Good clean fun. Humor magazine for housekeepers. Your worries slip away. Yeah, pretty cool. Another Armored Joy there. Yep. Another Taser Strudel. Pretty neat. Another Muckbone. So we're seeing kind of a similar trend with some of these. The only different card so far has been the Made magazine. Muckbone. Finches. Suckers. Octopus Preserves. Pretty good art. There's the Rot Wheels base card. Okay, I don't have one of those yet. Coffin Polish. Again. Gutilla. Spreads like a plague. Okay. Guts, brains, fingers, and eyeballs. Bungles. Clumsy corn snacks. Yeah, that's a good concept. I like that concept. Here's Kong O Scare, which is a reference to King O Scare, a classic one in silver. And let's see what our parallel holofoil is. Oh, okay. Shaft. Extra sharp cutter. 14 of 25. The classic character re-referenced and reused for a different concept. Very neat. The red box is better. Tribute. The red box has got more variety, at least in the bases. Yeah, I think it did. Oh, the red box looks better, maybe. I don't know. I like blue personally, but I like them both because they're both wackies come in these classic colors of blue and red. So, yeah. So there you go. Those are some of the hits there. So definitely the hollow foils are pretty nice. And if you've been to building parallel sets, you have to work on your silvers and your, I guess, your coupons and other variants there. But so that's what 3 boxes look like. No sketch cards in there. So, but that's just me. This means there's more for you to find that I didn't hit them. So your odds are better. Now you know your odds are better. So, but kind of digging those. Pretty neat. But yeah, don't play an arm and a leg form in an aftermarket. Just maybe buy individual cards if you want one. So I don't know if I'd pay $60 for these. 20 was okay, but still premium online thing, right? Did anybody pick these up? Yeah, you definitely need a few to build a set, and that's one of the complaints. So you probably end up spending, a little bit to do that. Yeah, you're very welcome. I'm glad you could show this with you. I'm going to switch gears for a minute and show you something I sent off for grading since we opened these up, I have a GPK 10 to open, and I have another set of cards to kind of look at. Yeah, I think it is a shame the aftermarket's kind of crazy, Bobby's saying, and I agree. It's kind of painful. I sent some cards off to various grading companies. I used PSA, I used SGC, and I used Beckett recently to send a variety of different trading cards off to sort of document the whole experience from start to finish, email conversations, general questions I had, sort of putting it all together and taking pre-videos of what I sent and things like that. I've sent up a variety of cards to them, but they're all non-sport. They had non-sport specials recently at PSA, so I took advantage of those. I got a membership to that one and sent in multiple Marvel cards, some Garbage Pail Kid cards, and a few Star Wars cards. So I expected them to take a while, and they are. And I also sent off a wax pack too to PSA too, so that's taken a while. But I did get back a small order I made. I made 2 smaller orders to SGC and to Beckett. And so far, I still want to share all that sort of in a complete story, but I have my SGC pack back, so I wanted to share this with you. There's some GPK in here, so I thought it might be kind of interesting to see and let you experience some of that with me. So it comes in, it came back to me in a small priority box, which is interesting. Since priority shipping, I think I paid $15 for shipping to be returned back to me. And those boxes don't cost that much for them. So I know how much it costs for corporate rate for priority mail, but that's fine. There's some insurance involved and stuff. I get that. So, but overall, I'll say these guys are really friendly. I asked some questions ahead of time. Oh, thanks. I'm glad I'm really interested in the grading concept and seeing like who and what you should grade maybe. And I'm learning about it really as I go. And I've watched a ton of videos, talked to a lot of people, and trying to get a feel for what I like and why I would even do it, right? And the reason to do it kind of sparked from verification for wax packs and preservation of card value for certain things in your collection. Maybe not. It isn't necessary because I'm kind of new to the grading thing. When I stopped collecting cards as a kid, like we didn't grade cards, so SGC is a company that's been around since '98. Obviously, it says '98 around there, and they do a really good job on vintage cards, so pre-war cards, things like that, on baseball and sports stuff. But they do grade non-sports as well, and they have incredibly fast turnaround times. They're rated for having the quickest turnaround time, and in the past year or so, they've become like the number 2 in the industry as far as the bar, like the standard. And PSA is number 1 just because of their acceptance in the industry. But SGC is a kind of a fan favorite one, and they have the tuxedo effect, and I'll show you what that means in a minute. So I only sent them 3 cards, and I sent them these 3 cards. I sent them a Chrome X-Fractor Atom Bomb from my own pack pulls from 2013. I have 2 of them, and I sent the one in to them. I kind of chose between 2 I had. I chose what I thought was the best centered, the best looking, and I did my best to examine it, but I just eyeballing it, looking at it. I didn't get magnifying glass out. I didn't spend hours looking at the cards. I just kind of eyeballed them and thought, that looks pretty good. We'll just kind of see how it turns out. So I chose the best of the 2 I had based on the centering, and these cards have been in top loader since I bought them. So it's not because I bought them, pack pulled them from a Walmart blaster and put them in, the sleeve. And the other one was a sketch card of mine. So I submitted a coffin sketch card from Oh the Horrible of Nasty Nick that I did just for myself. It was one of my own I kept from my own collection. So I submitted that because they appeared at the time to I just wanted authenticated. I wanted to see what that process would be. Not to be graded, but authenticated, and see how they would do that. How would they authenticate that sketch card and the process of that. That's a very interesting thing because I can tell you, not to spoil it, but PSA does check pretty extensively, and they even contacted me during part of the process. So it's interesting. And there's also a Star Wars card, the Living Set. There's some cards I got from my son. There's a Bo-Katan Kreese in there since she's pretty popular right now with the Mandalorian. I sent off one of those. So it was a really well-centered, most perfect-looking card. And this is the Living Set's a cardboard style revamp of Series 1 of the Star Wars cards. It kind of looks like that style. You'll see it in a minute. instant artistic card is done. They're sort of a drawing painting of the characters. So anyway, you'll see what it looks like. And so I asked for that to be graded. So I asked for the Bo-Katan to be graded. I thought it looked just perfect. And I asked for the Atom Bomb to be graded, and I asked for the sketch card to be authenticated. And in the little online form, I'll go over that in the documentary kind of video of what that feels like. But it was pretty easy process. So, put them in little, not top loaders, but these things, these little rigid paper. And I used, there's a whole experience with that too. So I used the card saver 2s I ended up using, or card saver 1s, I think. Yeah, card saver 1s. And send them in, package them, send them off, and hope. So these came back roughly in about 2 weeks. So really pretty quick for card grading. And let's get to it. Let's see what they look like. So, and when I send them off, you just wrap them in, bandage them up or put some cardboard between them, and also insure them. They recommend you insure them. So I insured them for what the value would be if they were graded. So that was, roughly somewhere in there. And so I shipped them with the Postal Service, which you could use what you want. I used that and then just insured them for what I thought they would be worth. So an Atom Bomb Chrome X Factor 1 was kind of where I was worried, but so we'll open them kind of top to bottom here. So it looks like on the bottom here you can see there's a interesting something going on here. Bandages, rubber bands they put on here. So here is the sketch card. This is a 2023 do not grade, no charge. All right, so I saw this in the bill and I was wondering, I knew one was no grade, I didn't know which one, but this one's a no grade, which is not surprising in some ways, but I know they had graded them in the past, so I did contact them about this and about this particular issue before I looked at it, and they said that they no longer grade sketch cards or authenticate them because they don't have the resources to verify them. They claim the sketch card market is so full of fakes they don't grade them anymore. So that did not get slabbed as authenticated. So anyway, but I can tell you it's real because I created it, so so I don't have to really have it graded. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to have it slabbed for my kid or something, one day. But that's okay. We can slab it ourselves. So they didn't grade this. And that's from 2018. So yeah, maybe another company will. So what I'm going to do is I think I'll send this off to PSA and see what they'll do, or I'll reach out to them by email first. Some of these places I did ask those kind of questions of. So I did, just so you know, I sent a sketch card over to PSA as well. It's from a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set that I worked on. It's not a Garbage Pail Kids sketch card, but I worked on a different set, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, they wouldn't slab this one for me, which all right. So let's do next. So this next one is the Star Wars card. You can tell it's the Bo-Katan one. Bobby B will get it graded for sure. Yeah, Bobby B, you'll give me a 10 on that, right? The corners are pretty good on this one, man. I mean, you look at them; they're not. This is the days we had to send them back, Bobby. We had to send this one. I had to mail it back to Tops, and then they send it back to me. So Jim Mint, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yeah. So that's 2018 me doing that. So the coffin sketches are really cool. So that was my first retail set I got to work on. I got to work on some online sets before that, but first retail. So anyway, no big deal. Still love the card though. It's an awesome card. So anyway, let's get to the slabs. So the slabs are this. They have this. They're known for the black border. They have this black insert around the card, whereas PSA is kind of clear. And I think these are slightly larger. Corners. That's probably why you want to do it, right? Extra charges. Yeah. But anyway, here's the Bo-Katan from the Living set. So this card is from, I believe, 2020. I think it's a 2020 card. So let's see. Don't want to reveal the other. Let's see what we get here. So, all right. So pretty cool card. However, it came back as authenticated, not graded. So that's interesting. And the year was 2019 on that. So some of these things, they overlap. Maybe they overlap the year or 2020, 2019 set. Maybe it's kind of overlapping, that kind of thing. So, but best of my recollection is this was set to be authenticated. I mean, not authenticated, but graded. And this was to be authenticated. I had 3 cards in there. So I think they may have got confused when they got to this and swapped out this order on top of this one, which is a shame because I thought that had fantastic centering. It was basically, I mean, perfect. But and I have, here's the trick with this one, is I have several of these. They may have got confused, I think, Bobby, when they went to the side on this one and maybe the authentication command or order for this got, because it's a very simple field to fill out. You have to check a box to check authenticated instead of graded. So you have to deliberately check the box to do this. Well, anyway, not too bad on websites. So I don't know what happened there. I'm not really pissed, but like I really wanted it kind of graded because it's and I love the holder here. It looks nice. I really like this card, but I sent one off to PSA as well, so I have one going to PSA. Basically exactly the same, good centering and all that. And then I planned on sending one to Beckett as well to kind of see, but I may not do that. I might just stop. But we'll keep this for the personal collection. This will stay in my son's collection. I'm sort of collecting key characters from the Star Wars living set for him. So this is fine. This is great. Still is a good looking card though. Look at that. That border is nice, So, and I'm going to go over cost too. So it costs, the base on this cost to grade this is about $24 to be slabbed. And it's also stored in the registry. So there's a registry or it's stored in their database. So you can look it up. You can take the number below here. It's tiny on the screen here, but you can take this number and look it up, type it in, and it will show you this exact card. So you can see they scanned it in so you can verify if it's legit or not. And the back's pretty bland. You can just see they have the logo and the black border. So there's that. So anyway. Yeah, so Salad Boy saying maybe they'll give me some freebies. Maybe I might be able to squeeze that out and get a free grade out of it if I explain, they've sort of switched these orders. So and we'll do that. I think we have someone coming in. Hey Joe.
Hi.
How you doing? We're just looking over some SGC graded cards I got back.
I was watching.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So recap here for you, Joe. I don't know if you saw they didn't grade my sketch card or authenticate it. I just wanted authenticated. They said they wouldn't do them anymore. They stopped doing the sketch card service apparently. But I'll say this: nowhere on their website do they say that.
Right.
So, nowhere on the website do they say that.
That's strange. I thought it was a recent service too, right? Like
it's they're a little murky with that. They're a little murky. You have to write them, and they will write you back. So I will say this: I wrote them about something, and I'm drawing a blank, and that's going to be in the full documentary when I kind of go over all these videos. I took videos of everything, but and I have all the emails. They were very friendly. They responded to me over a weekend on the first question I had for this before I submitted anything. The guy came back to me on a Saturday or a Sunday or something, and he wrote me. I wrote something over the weekend. He wrote back. I was like, "Why are you working?" Yeah, but so I'm pretty happy with their customer service, and they're known for that. They're known for great customer service. So I probably could talk to them about this. So just so you know, full disclosure, they refunded the money on this one. They refunded my money on this one. So I didn't get charged anything for that, which is what you see on the no charge. So yeah, it was no charge on that.
EGC lot?
On this particular card, they charged me nothing because they wouldn't grade it or slab it.
This was Beckett or?
This is SGC.
SGC. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So as no charge states, it's no grade, no charge. So, so I got the bill. That's what I got. But The Bo-Katan, though, should be graded. She should not be authenticated. So she's just looking sharp in the slab here, but I guess beyond getting Katie Sackhoff to sign it, I can't get anything out of that. But well, that's okay. No, I like it, and my son will keep it, and I'll keep it around the office as a. I thought about cracking it or sending it back to him and see if they'd reslab it. I might do that. I might see if they'll reslab it as graded, because I think it's a 10.
Right
I think it's a 10. So but that's what you have to decide. That's one of the questions about grading is, why are you slabbing it? And hey DK, see you out there in the chat. Do you slab it because you're going to slab it for resale and get a 10 out of it and try or a 9 or whatever you want to get? Or are you just slabbing it for preservation because it's UV protected? It's got some UV protection on it. And it's durable. Or is it to make it pretty and consistent in a case? Or, I mean, what's the purpose, right? Because you can put this thing in a thick slab yourself. Be fine. So, and you don't know until you do it. Like I don't think you know until you get a few and you're like, I kind of dig that, or I don't, or, so I like it. I like the SGC look. So that's the tuxedo part, man. That's what it's all about right there. It's a tuxedo look. So pretty neat. But let's get to our main event. We have one more card, and for this audience, I really want, this is the GPK one right here. So and you can't seal. Bobby's right. You can't seal them like they do. They use that vibrational technology where they actually vibrate the pieces together, and it melts the seal together. There's a seal in there, it melts together. The plastic melts. So
that's why they're so tough. You have to break it.
Yeah, you have to smash them open. I mean, they're breakable, but they're tough. So but yeah. So maybe I'll send that one back in, but I've got more copies of it. Like I said before, I sent one to PSA. I have one raw as well. So I got a good deal on these. I got them before she got higher up in the show. So maybe. But anyway.
Cool.
We're going Star Wars crazy in this house. I told you, we're getting everything Topps puts out, which is crazy. It's hurting me, man. But anyway, this is the grand reveal here. So this is Chrome Series 1 X-Fractor. I pulled this one myself. Built these out of the Walmart blasters. They had the exclusive X-Fractors. And so this is hopefully like a 9, 10 maybe. I don't know. Something nice on the SGCs. I don't know. Maybe I'll come in and they grade hard. They grade hard on centering. This is why I sent this in, because I thought it was really well centered. And I'm not a professional, obviously, with it. But I'll tell you, when I start looking at these and doing this experiment, I got where I'm looking really tighter at cards. Like it's kind of almost irks me to look at cards now, which is bad.
Once you notice,
when I start noticing, like when you start paying money to grade cards, you're gonna take a card like these wackies we looked at, and you're gonna really look at those corners and decide, like this corner. There's a corner here you can't see in this camera, I'm sure, but I can see it in person. That looks like there's a fracture where the blade hit it. I wouldn't send that in. I'm not picky now. Like I really. But personally, it's fine. I'll throw it in a top loader and be happy. But anyway, I know they're really picky about centering, and I'm worried about cornering. And then they look at the back centering and all this crap. So maybe the back's not perfectly centered on this one. Look at that. If you can see that in the camera.
You know what? That's interesting. Like I never considered whether the front could be centered and the back.
Oh no, it all matters. If off-center back, depending on certain series, certain cards, they might be more picky about. So it just depends.
Right.
It depends. So I mean, and did the grader have a good or a bad day? I don't know. It's just some guys sitting around putting cards and looking at them with microscopes and stuff, or at least not microscope, but fail. Pass. Yep, going. Anyway, so Bobby, this is an atom bomb. We're going to see what's on here. Yeah, this is the Cheaters license X-Fractor. Yep. Let's see what we got. There he is. Maybe a hair thicker at the bottom, you think? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, like this bottom, like horizontally. Yeah, I agree. I think the top is slightly thinner, but let's see. How are you supposed to reveal these, right? You're supposed to reveal it with do something like this, right? We'll put a sketch card over it. Look at me using spare sketch cards for trash. Look at that. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, there we go. All right, you guys ready? Want to see? I think this is one of my favorite cards. I know people love the Atomics more, but back in when these came out, the X-Fractors were that was to me they were harder to get. They were harder to buy, and in the packs.
Really cool. I like that pattern. Right?
It looks good. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, it's a 10.
It's a 10.
X-Fractor. So the front centering looks pretty solid to me, but that's like I told you, like I just kind of eyeballed it, and I didn't sit here and debate it. Like I couldn't debate it forever because like I have two of them. I bring the other one out. It's over there in my collection somewhere, but pretty nice.
Yeah. Wow.
So now I have two, and Joe, I originally had done this with the intent of selling this card, but I don't know if I can sell it.
But now,
yeah, I don't know if I can sell that. I don't know because I mean, I gotta admit, like some of this experience was like, I mean, all right, well, look at that's paperwork. Maybe it's paperwork problems. I don't know, but that spoils me, man. That's a 10.
That's nice.
A 10 on your first hit. That's now SGC sometimes goes for less than PSA graded, but it's kind of eye of the beholder thing. I think I chose SGC. I thought because my mind was I have another one to go send off to PSA if I want to too, but I thought the chrome would look good in a black border. So personally, whatever it came back as, I'd be happy with. I thought like if it was in black border instead of clear. So $24 to grade that card, no upcharges on value. I mean, the card goes for, well, whatever. It goes for a little bit actually online, just raw, but graded, I mean, it could go for, I don't know. I have to look up the pricing on that.
What do you say? Is that a CH
that
next
is
to the
GM for Gem Mint. Let me get that closer.
Yeah, right.
Let's see if I can get that closer to.
There you go.
Gem Mint. So I think they have one higher that's super mega rare. That's a 10 gold label or something, or a pristine 10 or something like that. I might be mixing terminology with Beckett, but I think they have a gold label or a black label or something that's kind of crazy. But yeah, DK, I kind of agree. I think that black border rocks with a chrome.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. I mean, it's kind of meh on the sketch card because I really wanted slabbed because there's plenty of Beckett cards I know that people have slabbed to my stuff because there's a thing out there. And actually, it's funny. David Avicito and I, we both had like I've got 30 and he had 31 at one point or something. So we were kind of really racing in there to see who got more. But he's got some in PSA, and we'll see. I might have some PSA soon, but I kind of wanted that slab. But I'll settle for this. I'll settle for that. Yeah, and the backs, just that. I mean, Bobby's gonna slap. Bobby's gonna try to be extra to grade the corners though, because there's multiple corners on the coffin, but he'll slab that. Yeah, I could slab that in my other slab too. I got those little slabs, but I had this in a screw down top loader before. I had like the big thick ones I use sometimes. That's what I had that in. But, all right, man. I'm digging that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, Joe. I don't know if I'll keep that or not. Man.
You're keeping it.
So, I'm keeping the Bo-Katan probably, unless I can get him to fix that. I'll keep that one. But
I don't know, man. That's really nice. It's funny how that happens, though. I'd be the same way. I'd be like, let's grade these so that way you get top dollar for the sale.
So now is a question like, what would I grade with them next, or would I grade with them next? And Bobby says, send it to me. I'll keep it safe for you. Well, this one you want me to? So I actually vaulted over to you. Yeah. So PSA has that option. You can actually keep them in a offsite vault and sell them on their marketplace inside their own ecosystem. I can't talk. And so you don't pay the money back. But I have 16 cards in 2 different orders coming back from them. So different stuff, and there's some GPK in those too. But so SGC, this is only 3 I sent off, and I I kind of have the urge to do a few more for my own personal collection because I kind of like the backing. I like the black border. It has to be the right card though, man. I can see where maybe something may not look right, but I'm not sure what that would be yet.
Right.
But they are about $24 a card without a special. They do specials though. Like I think when I did these, they had a Pokemon special. So if you had Pokemon cards or if you had like baseball tops 2023 cards, you could get a discount. It was cheaper, like 15 a card or something like that.
24.
Yeah, $24 for grading, but they don't upcharge you. So PSA will upcharge you if you somehow select the value incorrectly and you can get upcharged on the value. So if I say this card has a slab value in my estimation of $200, which it's higher than that, then they would upcharge me. They could upcharge me on that. So they also don't charge for autograph cards. So if I send in an autographed John Pound or Tom Bunk from Series 1, there weren't many bunks, but if I sent one of those in, they wouldn't charge me extra for the autograph. They'd just grade it as authentic autograph, and they grade the autograph, and I believe they grade the card as well. I've seen that. I have not experienced that, but I've seen that. So, but but the turnaround time, man. So I'm still waiting on PSA, and I sent them off before them. So we're up to a month and a half on PSA, which is not awful for them. They did say 60 days, so maximum. And along the way, I'm in the grading. I'm in the grading phase. I can track it. Pretend. Bobby's saying pretend. So they try to estimate market value. You can pretend all you want, I think, but that's what I would do. You're absolutely right. I'd be on the phone, and be like, I don't know. I just found it in my basement.
I mean, it's valid, right? I'm sending them to you. You're supposed to.
Well, and that could be subjective, right? Because sketch cards can go for different prices. I've had a Wacky Packages on my first set. Joe, someone bought one for $600 off eBay. I mean, like, yeah. And then I've had cards go for $20. It depends what it is. Depends what it is, man. Depends what it is, but it's all good. Good. So I'm pretty happy with the way they look, though, man. Just look and feel. I think I'll send some other stuff off. Maybe a little more Star Wars stuff. I got a few more cards for my son to do, so I'll do a few more of these. I've got an Ahsoka Tano and I think I have a Boba Fett maybe and a Vader to send off like this. So kind of build him up a collection, Maybe I'll get him graded and authenticated though. But now I could match the authentication. And these. Let me tell you, man, I have a nasty Nick too, just like this. So I'm thinking about putting the nasty Nick out there and seeing what we get.
Next shipment.
Yeah. I don't know,
man. The whole Black Rain thing is kind of selling me. I don't really. The look of the slabs has never really been a thing for me, but that looks cool.
Me neither. Like I I just didn't know, man. And I heard Beckett, and I don't have my Beckett's yet. My Beckett cards. I sent 3 off, and I sent one of the Sapphire hits off to Beckett that we got when we opened. I sent one of mine off. I think I sent the yellow one. I sent the yellow card, the yellow Sapphire got off because I thought it would look great in Beckett slabs. But we'll see. We'll see. I've heard nothing from them. Historically, they don't ever send you anything except for we got your stuff eventually, and here's your bill. I think I've paid for them already. These don't charge until they actually send them back to you or start to grade them. I think that's the way it works for PSA and SGA. So they didn't charge me until they were done. So, which is nice. But yeah, so $100 totals with the shipping and insurance and everything. I probably got these cards done, and I got 24 refunded back. So, that's my experience with them. I'll probably do more in the documentary. There's a few more steps, and I sort of pre-grade them in a video. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So, pretty cool reveal. Digging that.
But PSA requires a sign-in. Does SGC?
So SGC requires a free account. You just sign up for a free account, and then you can start building out lists. You don't have to pay for a membership. There are no membership required. PSA requires a membership of $100 for a year. So I paid $100 to be a silver member, and so you got to build that cost into it. But I also signed up when there was a special, Joe. So I think you probably saw it too. There was a $15 card special. and I was going to do 10 card minimum, so 150 right before shipping and taxes and whatever.
Yep.
So I said, well, I'll do it. I'll do it as an experiment, and I did 10 cards and I ended up doing 16 cards because I had some Marvel stuff I wanted to do and at the time, and I included some GPKs. I sent off some atom bombs. I sent off. I think I sent a UK atom bomb off as well, Bobby, to both Beckett and to PSA. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with those. I sent off a card I pulled on stream, a dollar bill from an OS2 pack we had. Very clean card. I thought, let's just see what they come back with. So, and some other stuff too. I can't remember everything I sent off. It's been a while. But so 16 cards I'm sending. So I went over my budget on that. But, I got excited with it. So we'll see what I get back. And then I also sent off as a separate order. It was not part of the deal. Was one wax pack, and they're $30 a wax pack. But it's no one wax pack. So if it comes back, I think, it'll be worth the investment. Bobby, let me get your comment out there. Asking for a friend. Does it pay to send stuff to an account holder rather than creating a new accounts? I don't think it. I mean, no. I think maybe what you're asking is for PSA. Asking for a friend. I think. So here's the thing.
Save you the
here's the thing that, and I only know this from research, not from experience, but PSA. So you can get people who have bulk senders, right? So you can bulk send cards in as an account holder. I could send. So Joe, I could have took some from you and Bobby and everybody sent them in for you guys, and we could have shared the expense, I guess, right? However, you have to wait to get your cards back longer. If say I'm a card shop though, right? So you have to wait longer to get your cards back. Am I trustworthy? To give you the right thing. Maybe I have a card like yours and I swap them out. So there's all kinds of things there. Because conditions everything now, right? Some of these guys are getting really high end cards and things happen and stuff. So I don't know. I want to do it myself, and I'm not going to do that many cards. I'm going to do a couple here and there, probably, right? I'm not going to get super into it, but it's fun. But I didn't want to use a bulk service because I didn't want to have the extra weight, and it's a little bit cheaper. I mean, I've seen people save you might save $3 a card, $4 a card, maybe, and that can add up if you do a lot of cards. And plus, you don't have to pay for the membership, right? There you go. Right. I did as an experiment, so I justified the cost that way. And Bobby was thinking about authenticating sketches. So yeah, I'm gonna see what that looks like with PSA with sketches. I think that's where we probably get the most value. Beckett will do sketch cards for sure. I know because I have several of them out there. I saw people do Tripta sketches of mine just in a registry. I didn't see what they got back, but panos and stuff like that. And maybe they just want them in case to protect them. I don't know. Yeah. So, and Trippy Rips is saying he'd be scared to send a sketch in. Yeah. I mean, one of a kind thing, you're authenticating them only, but I mean, you have to insure it. You just have to insure it. And if something happens, if something happens at the company, they're supposed to give you credit back or something, right? I mean, but it's all about insurance. We still might lose that one of a kind thing, though.
Right. That's always a huge concern for me, honestly. Yeah. Like sending it
I was nervous sending this thing in. This is a great card, even before it's graded. I mean, I had 2 of them, but if I had one, man, I don't know. I guess, is there a card in my collection I wouldn't send in? There might be. So yeah, I mean, like a card that I got Warhol to sign, like my card from the last Philly show 2 back, where he got into the Old Gloria card. If I lost that, that's a one of a kind card to me. To me, it is. And I don't need anybody to verify it. I was right there, So
they don't grade 1 of 1s in sports.
Yeah, 1 of 1s. I think 1 of 1s you can grade. It depends on the different company. Like 1 of 1s that have a signature on them, you can grade the signature, and you can just authenticate the card too. It depends who you go with, but PSA has all kinds of sub options. So does Beckett. So.
Did he really? Wow.
So if you send in that pad to add them into PSA, I mean that'd be an expensive card to send in. You have to really protect that thing, and a card,
Well, I
yeah, a
mean,
card of that caliber, well, that would be super expensive to grade. I wouldn't grade that, I don't think.
that's why I was saying you said about the
Oh
upcharge for the
man, so
value
there's
of the
different,
card.
there's massive, huge jumping tiers, and there's actually a tier like that one where it might be just call us, like that might be a call us card, but they do go into several tens of thousands of dollars. I think I'd walk it. I mean, I'd drive to California for that one because they're in California. PSA is, so I just have to drop it off personally. You can do that in, I think Beckett lets you drop it off if you want to. They're in Texas, man. They're in Texas, so yeah, they want you to.
A couple hours north of me.
Yeah, yeah. Beckett,
And that would be cool.
Beckett,
you know, I'd feel good about that. But
yeah, interesting enough with Beckett, and I'll ruin some of my documentary stuff here I mentioned, but I'll just mention it here again. But it's with Beckett, pretty easy experience doing the website, getting the cards set up, and I think I sent them 3 or 4 cards. And at the end, usually you get a shipping invoice to how to ship it, where to send it to, all this stuff, and that's all very straightforward, right? We've all handled that kind of stuff, except they when I did the printouts, I looked on the site and everywhere, they had no clear like shipping address to send it to, like department address. Like they had Beckett. I'm like, well, wait a minute. So I wrote them. I was like, I just don't want to send it to Beckett. Like, don't you have a sub department, attention to, a suite number, something? Should I send it to a grading department? And they wrote me back. Took the weekend. And it's like, oh yeah, you can send it to Beckett or just send it to Beckett, or it'll be going to grading services. So you can send it to grading services. I'm like, well, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. It has to be perfectly clear. And that's why I kind of chewed him out in the emails. Like, you guys need to list on your website or an invoice, like exactly where it needs to go. And it wasn't on there. I looked everywhere on their site, and I looked everywhere in the invoice, all my literature that I used through the whole process. It didn't. And when I shipped it, like when I ship things, I use a shipping service. When I ship things out, and it verifies the addressing, and it did pull up, and it had a suite number, Joe. The suite number matters, and the grading suite number is different from the Beckett suite corporate number or corporate office, as you would imagine. It's a different area, but right. So you have to be, really watch yourself on that stuff. Like they will not save you. Yeah, but little things like that. Like I was, both of the companies, SGC and PSA, total clear, no problem, as you would expect, not a problem, no big deal. And Beckett did give me a hard time. They did respond to me and give me the answer I wanted, so that was good. But anyway, yeah, there we go. That's part of my grading preview. So I'll be very excited to see what PSA comes back with and Beckett, and I'll send some more goodies off to these guys. Do you have any cards? You had some stuff, man. Did you get in your Not Scars set?
I did.
Let's take a look, man. Let's see what you got.
See what happens. Anybody else get these Not Scars?
I didn't see anybody in the chat mention them. A lot of people skip this set. Where did I put mine out? I'll show you the hits I got when you're done. But I was surprised how thin the stock is, man. And you pulled the cards from last year from the horrible, and yeah, these are thin sticker cards to me. Yeah,
oh wow! Okay.
Joe's got this same set. He just
so I don't know if y'all could see that, but like, look, can you see the waves?
That's what mine had a warp in mine, so it felt warpy when I looked at them because they're super thin, dude. They're stickers. They're not card stock. Yeah, they're literally sticker stock.
How strange!
And so wow. I'm curious. The ones last year like that? The ones from the Revenge expansion? The expansion set.
Well, I guess I didn't really pay too much. Holy cow, that's horrible, dude. Look at this.
Just pull one out. Just pull one card out and flex it, man. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not bending that card and hurting it.
Oh, yeah, that is thin.
You could put that in the bathroom for sure. Absolutely. But I gotta say, the cards do look good. I mean, I'm sorry, the stickers do look good. They, matte back because it has to be. And I think that's, you know what, Trenton always said they were matte back, so maybe those were sticker cards last year too. And the fronts.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
That's probably what they were, the same stock. I mean, you know. So this print run was 2066. And Toy Insanity saying that all the Topps print run on demand is super thin. Well, I mean, not all of them. I mean, all these are, it seems like. But some of the Star Wars stuff is not. Like, that's a different brand, different product, obviously. But I've been getting the weekly Topps Nows, which is not the same as Topps on demand, I guess. So maybe I'm misspeaking there. Wow. Yeah, the Topps Now stuff feels normal. But maybe the on-demand stuff isn't. Didn't used to be. Cool cards.
They printed well.
They look great. Like the colors look crisp. They're good looking stickers.
Like the image is really nice.
Images. Yeah. And that was my parallel there. So I got the Topsy. Have you seen Topsy Turvy Tom?
Over your your parallel, right? That is so funny. What?
Did you get the same card? Oh no, you did. That's weird.
It is.
That's weird.
That's how we do.
The same card, man. That's how it goes. That's how it goes for us. That's weird. I should send this off and get it graded and see what it comes back as. It's like it's not. It'll be like a no grade. It'll be like, no grade. It's a sticker. You can't grade that.
Or they'll be like, "Yo, this one is really wavy. Maybe you didn't notice, but."
Yeah, I mean, they look. I mean, this one looks cut pretty well. Some of them, if I was being picky again, like I was talking about, like I can see the bottom sticker on this card. So these aren't perfectly cut, but you know, I didn't buy this to have them graded, so it's okay.
They definitely are going to grade like the overall condition, but what about like if the card is warped, does that count against it?
I think it matters based on who's grading it, of course, you know, and their knowledge of the product. And if they know the product is going to be kind of a lighter card stock and wavy, they may grade easier on things like that. But like the back centering, look at the back centering. There's a wide difference on this one. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a pretty big off center on the back. But again, some companies don't care about that, and they don't care about the series. So this might go through just fine. It just depends. Right. Newer stuff sometimes gets a little harsher graded, but if it's an older set that's from the 80s and it's very, you know, popular and everybody wants that one card as a 10, they're going to grade it harder. So they cook the books a little bit, I think. But like this,
I guess my thought was like, say everything about it is perfect centering, no blemishes, and it would be 10, but you look at it and the card is like it is.
I have seen 1,000 videos I've watched when I kind of researched doing some of these cards. Like this card here being a 10, you could send in 3 or 4 cards exactly the same and get back different numbers from certain places. Right? Like now I would expect this if I cross graded it. So I could send this over to PSA and say, I want a PSA slabbed, and only do it if you're going to grade it at a 10. So I can get a PSA 10, then reslab it. Otherwise, send it back. And they'll do that service for me for a fee, obviously. And so I can get this, you know, if I want to upgrade it or convert it over to a PSA for whatever reason, you know, maybe my collection's all PSA, right? Or I'm just going to collect them all that way. But I've seen so many cards going perfect from videos and things that I would think is great, and they get like knocked down for no reason. But it might be because they have a flood on them. If the population's high, I think that matters. Like if there's 1,000 atom bombs that are graded 10, of course it reduces the value of them. So, you know, that's got to be a factor, though. That's got to be. I don't think they probably have too many of these at SGC that are graded like this. I mean, they probably have a couple, but it's different. And Trooper Rip's saying until AI takes over grading, it's going to be fishy. I mean, if you can take the human element out of it, maybe. I don't know. They do have a service. So I went with the top 3. And there is I say top 3 companies so far, but there are other companies which are good too. There's CGC is good too. They do the comic books and stuff. They're really good too. I didn't go with them because they required a membership and I didn't want to pay for 2 at the time. And there's a tier below that that's pretty good too. But it depends why you're slabbing and what you want them to look like. There's some slabs are prettier than others, so customizable colors. I might do those in like a second wave, but I don't know, man. I think like we both could send this card in, and with our judgment saying that they're identical. Okay, let's say they're identical for our eyeball view here. Okay, and we might get different grades back, different days, right? That's just the way it goes. That's the way it goes. It's kind of a game. So
that would be interesting.
From what I've seen, that's the game. And I sent another order into PSA recently because they had extended the promo for non-sport, and a lot of it was for my son. We bought a stack of Empire Strikes Back cards at a flea market that were really good condition for nothing, basically. And I sent a bunch of them in, and that set gets graded really hard. So I chose cards that look really sharp, really nice, and I chose some that were big cards that I know aren't going to be perfect, but I'm just curious what we'll get up to, and we'll see. We'll see how hard they beat me up because they beat the crap out of some people on these cards. So right. I have another level of experiment there.
Man, I don't know what I would do if I sent something in and it got
I don't know.
Up.
And like some cards they look at surface damage and gum, and so some cards too, if they're in a pack too long, like this holofoil, this is in a pack for 20 years. Yeah. The back of the other card might stick to it and damage the holofoil, and then you have a condition problem. Or some of them they brick, so they have a coating on the cards and they're nice and shiny when you first get them. They sit in a pack for 30 years, man. They get all nasty, so you got to buff them out and stuff. And that's condition damage on the surface. So like AI, they're talking about in the chat, like if it sees that damage, it can grade you down. I mean, it's so crazy. You can clean your cards up before sending in, Bobby, to a degree. There is a certain amount of cleaning you can do, and different places do different things. Yeah.
I saw a video. There's a video somewhere on YouTube, man. I got to find it again. If I find it again, I'll send you a link. But like it actually shows the cleaning service.
Oh, you pay for a cleaning service, or you can do it. Yeah, that's interesting.
So it's a service, and they showed the whole process on this short little reel, and it was crazy, dude. Because you take your Chrome cards out, and we got that haze and all that stuff, the glue or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever stuff on the surface there, and that's what they were doing. They had one of these cards, and dude has his gloves. He's got some sort of solution even that they kind of spritz over the cloth or over the top of the card if it's heavily soiled. And then they sit there and buff it out with like this microfiber cloth. But they're sure to keep the card pinned down so they don't damage any edges or corners while they're doing this, and you wipe it outward.
I'm graded.
But when they were done cleaning this card, it was shiny AF.
Oh, yeah. Right. I think those Chrome style cards, like newer Chrome cards like this one or a lot of sports cards are like that. So... yeah,
worth doing it to Chrome or Sapphire, something like that. I
can see that. The Sapphires, I looked at sending a few of the Sapphire bases just for fun, and those. So yeah, Tripper Rips is saying use a cloth. I've heard the microfiber thing works really well for cloth. I have tried cleaning a few. I have some Marvel masterpieces from '92. I love that series, and they're nasty. They have this nasty stuff if you open them and they're just unopened packs, and you can use a paper towel and just gently rub them and sort of get that gunk off. Microfiber too. I wouldn't put any solvents or anything weird like that on it. I wouldn't do that. And fingerprints, depends on who you're using. A lot of places don't worry about fingerprints. You just shouldn't send them in with like giant Cheeto fingerprints, but I know SGC doesn't care about fingerprints from what I've seen from their own documentation. And I think PSA has been kind of okay with that. So obviously you don't want to do too much.
Cheeto fingers, man.
20 says buff, wax, shine, replace the corners, etc. That's right. Just total renovation, right? Don't trim them, all those things. So they measure the cards, and I mean it depends on the value of the card and what you're putting in their face. Obviously, how strict they are, but we'll see more. When I get some more back, we'll do some more coverage on that. But did you have some more stuff you wanted to open or anything? You good or?
Yeah.
Open 10 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple of tins. I got a C5 hanger sitting here.
Put that away. Put that C5 away.
I was going to put it on the shelf, so.
Put that away. I should have left it where you found it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest. C5 was good to me in the beginning. I thought like the odds were bad. Feels like they weren't as good as C4, C3, but C5 was okay in the beginning, and then I had that one bad week where I opened 3 hangers, 2 hangers, along with 5 blasters, and I got nothing. Since one hit, and I just thought, I understand what Rob, the GPK bounty hunter, feels like. Like I was like, yeah, I'm done. Oh, I totally feel. I mean, yeah. Oh, look what I got. Oh,
Hey,
yeah. I got one more here.
I'm trying to feed the myth.
Feed the myth, huh? Well, I'm just gonna let this one sit over here the whole time. We should let that sit there. That's my hit for today. Blast from the past. So I've had that card for what, 10 years now, right? It's a 10-year-old card. So yeah.
Oh wow! Right.
Yep.
On.
Let's see.
Well, he's all grown up now.
All grown up. Same age as my kid. Let's put him in there.
Dude, so like one of my other local buddies, semi-local buddies, it's so funny. He also has a son named Logan. And
give a card.
He's a few cards away from his Log Flume Logan Rainbow, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I did tell him about the card eventually. Oh, by the way, before I just not to ruin the Wacky Packages moment here, but I was going to show you. So I was showing you guys what the sketch card looks like for the all new series. Here's the one for the postcard set. I don't know if you guys have seen them online. You probably have. Here's a blank one, but these were really neat. So they're April Fools. So they did an April Fools set back in 2020. I worked on, but they came back into this new one. So, but so I dig those on the back. But I like this little stamp feel, man. It's very neat.
Yeah, that's
kind of cool border.
They look really fun.
Yeah, no, that was really fun. So
I did give them a shot this time around.
Yeah, so you picked up a set of these, right? Did you buy?
Yeah.
Did you buy any of these? Did you get any of these?
No, I actually have not gotten any wackies like through a purchase. I've only received some here or there. A pack or a card. Sure.
All right, so one of us needs to pull a loaded sketch. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, and there were so a few artists. I wasn't one of them, but I don't know who. Maybe some of the senior artists got like Neil Cameron, maybe, who worked on the set. They had some 5x7s as well sketches in it. If it's on the product material. So I don't know who worked on those. Maybe they were some offer different stuff, but I did 60 of these or 50. I can't remember anymore. Sorry, it's getting confusing. I did these back to back with the others. It seemed like so, but yeah. Can you do me a Scream of Wheat custom wacky? Sure. Yeah, we can talk about that. That'd be cool.
So the clear Stelly is supposed to be on the top.
Is it? You want to do it? Ready? I'm gonna pop. 1, 2. Ready? Oh, we're done. Have a good day, folks.
No,
pick the bottom. Just be sure if they're wrong. They're not wrong. I don't see one. Man, look at that. Nothing in there. Just this. Oh, I did get this. Nice. Boom. Styrofoam Rush Crispy. Help. Take a bite. No. I'm getting quite a lot of these tins around the office here, so I gotta have to find a place to put them. I'm gonna have to do something like this. It's getting kind of crazy. I mean, guys, I'll be honest with you. Throughout the streams here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 4 or 5 right here, and there's some over the box over there. Yeah, I love these little tins. I'm kind of like need a place to put them though. All right, Joe. Let's see what we get. We gotta hit something in here. We gotta hit something.
How many packs supposed to be in here?
10 packs, right? Is that right? 10 packs. Yeah. 10.
I thought it was supposed to be 10.
Yeah.
So why do I have 9?
You have 9?
I have fucking 9, bro.
Here, everyone saw it. You saw it on the stream here. He has 9 packs.
And 9. Come on.
Count them. Make sure.
supposed to have that Chelly pack in here. That's what happened.
Gypped.
What is going on?
You got gypped.
I'm checking under
check on the bottom. Well, I'll tell you. Yeah. Oh no. Dear Tops, you need to send him he's a no hit box.
Hey, I was gonna say, is there a form for that?
There is a form. Check the floor. Check the floor. Tony says he's right. Check the floor. Hey, let me see your sleeves. You got long sleeves on? It's Texas. You shouldn't have long sleeves on. You hide one. You hide...
Yeah, right. I'm good. Dang it.
Oh, you gotta have the receipt. Yeah, you're right. You gotta have the receipt. I'll float in the screen here. I forget them.
A receipt, like for the purchase of the tent.
Joe, we will make this right. We will make it right. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We'll make it right.
Let me see something.
Let's see. Tops has a goofball. Let's get this. Let's get these chats up. These are good. Yep. Tops has a goofball pack in. Oh, but here's a good point. Good point. Maybe one of the packs has double cards. See? Are you thinking? Come on. Yeah, there you go. Or because it gave you one double sketch pack. Yeah. Well, maybe. It would be funny if I had 11 packs.
Oh my God! What, dude? You better.
I don't. That'd be so perfect.
I'm convinced now.
If I had an extra pack later, I'd fake it right now, but I don't have one. I don't. I promise it's only 10. I do remember though in Chrome 4, I had a pack that had 2 cards in it.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
I've opened a pack that had 1 card. I think it was Chrome.
All right.
Like Chrome 3.
Chrome 3. All right, let's get
good times, man.
Let's see here. There we go.
I love you, Tops.
Yeah, good old Tops. Let's see what we get here.
You could definitely
get these open. Let's get these open. It's about to be dinner time after that.
When I'm all happy.
Nasty Nick, starting off with a Nasty Nick.
So wait, you know who's behind him?
Stevie. Every time.
Yeah. Every time.
Phil, Muddy Buddy, State Parker, Fast and Fanny, Norton Dame. Here we go, New York. I like this one. Come for the rats, stay for the pizza. Yep.
Mr. Scotty.
And my green inflated Irene.
Another Scott.
Irina.
Purify your faith in the waters of whatever that place is. In the waters of Fallen. How about that?
10. Suitcase. Liberty. Tiki. Hollywoody.
Actually, funny. I remember David Gross talking about this card and the art concept, and how originally he had her like, I guess, getting drunk on butterbeer, but apparently that was a little too over the top. Had to dial it back a little bit.
Lighter than Aaron. Yeah, I know David likes to push the envelope on those cards if he can, which is pretty funny.
Honestly, though, that's kind of like what the whole thing's about.
I'm glad he does. It's Garbage Pail Kids. Push it, you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's a treasure for the hobby, fans and everything. Really, Dave's a good guy.
So I just got back from eating some Popeye's chicken with acevedo.
Oh, cool.
And that guy is really cool.
No, he's
man.
a great guy.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's great.
I did not expect us to identify on so many things, and
Cool.
just a cool dude, man.
No, he's a nice guy. Very nice. Transylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, let's put it over here. Oh no, we need something out of this pack, man. I don't know what.
I mean,
Smoking.
the bomb.
Gas pump.
Feathers. Jungle.
Here's that Logan card we talked about.
Hey.
I'll take that downstairs to him in a minute. I'll put it over my phone.
There you go, boy.
Clint Hanger.
Enjoy yourself.
So, you know, this is the yellow, but it's I can see the extra hanging stuff off the card from where they cut it. Extra pieces of card. It's rough. It's a rough
Like the
cut.
little fiber.
Can't really see it on the camera probably, but it's a rough cut. Really hard to see probably.
The first time I saw like the edge of a Chrome card and it had like this fiber sticking out of the edges, I was like, "Whoa, really?"
These cards feel freakishly thick to me since I haven't dealt with the others for so long because I opened up 3 packs of the Wackies and then the not scars cards. So. Thin cards all day.
Definitely. Sorry.
Oh, we got to get something out of this pack here. Come on.
Lethal. T-shirt.
Roof jack.
Hey, that's so funny. I pulled another Salem.
Oh yeah, of course, right.
I don't need that one. Oh wait, am I supposed to be opening these since they didn't give me my pack? Do I gotta send it all
No,
back?
you just send the wrappers. Just count the wrappers. I'm kidding. I don't know. I think you can go ahead and open them. I think in the spirit of collecting, they want you to. So it was my Vegas card here.
What did you miss? What did you miss? Dude was going over some grading stuff. We just started opening packs. I don't know. You kind of missed a lot, I think. But not a lot.
Hey, everybody out there. Hey, Lori. What did you miss? I don't know. Nothing there really. Revealed we got one of these from the SGA, sorry. SGC. I can't get my acronyms right. That's pretty neat. And bomb. Some Wacky Packages opening. You can rewind the video when we're done and check it out. It'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Oh, dude. It has begun.
Oh, there we go. There you go.
A yellow
I
Logan.
did not build a rainbow for him on that. I don't think I will. So, not sure where we would display the turd pictures of his name. So. But
because family comes over and they see your huge picture full of turds. And
so I might put a top loader and just passive aggressively put it by his bed. I would just do that.
The top loaded piece of crap. Literally.
Tori and Sandy saying he just sorted a bunch of flashback series. Nice, thick, and well all centered. Yeah. Back when the cards were higher quality, I guess. These do look good though. I gotta say the print, the inks look good on these, but some of the cuts, some of the
cards
some of the cuts are rough.
Upside down. Upside down. Ooh, I still gotta find one of those Billy cards without the freaking marks.
I stopped looking, but I should have went because recently I went through all my cards for somebody to find some missing base cards and other things. Just send them off, and I went through a lot of cards.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to have one of each. All of mine have the line.
Oh yeah.
So I just need one.
I need to go remind me to do that. I'll go through and look at them later. See if I got one. My last pack. Your favorite card, or one of your favorite cards. So Smoking Joe. So
Just look
the
like
Philly show,
piece of-
the non-sport card show, then Philly is it's in May. It's May 20th, 21st, I believe. It's coming up the 20th, 21st. Yeah. So he'll be there. Check him out. Him and David Gross will be there for sure. Be cool to see them. I'm not going to go to that one. I was scheduled to go. I'm on the exhibitor list, but I'm not going. So I had to cancel my appearance on that one. But I will be there in the fall. Plan to go to the fall show.
In the fall.
But yeah, it's a good show to go to. Oh, there's
Back up there to that eastern corner.
okay.
It's been a
There we
while
go.
since I've been up there.
Been a while since you came east, huh? Walker of Fame. So my hits have just been just yellows in this one. I mean, nothing. Yellows and travel. So nothing really. Nothing to get excited about, folks. Not from me. What you got, Joe? You got a printing plate or anything?
What?
Getting a printing plate or something in there? You know, pull.
Nothing yet.
Yeah, Bobby, it'd be great to get you over for the fall. It'd be great to see you at the fall show if we could do that.
Definitely don't come in the summer.
Yeah. Now the May show at that one's supposed to be busier.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's
Actually,
busier, bigger. It's not a bigger show. It's the same show. It's just busier. More people spend more money apparently. So.
hey.
So I thought the fall show was fine. When I went last year, it was plenty busy enough for me. So
20 plus sets of flat. Oh my, really?
that's crazy, man. It says,
Dang,
yeah.
man. That's a lot of flashback, bruh.
You need to talk to Bobby. He needs some cards. I don't have any flashback sets. I didn't collect the flashbacks. I do like the Where Are They Now variants and the Atom Bomb sort of variation card subsets. I like those a lot.
Those were fun.
Those are very cool. The flashbacks, you could say the same thing about Chrome. I just before I really got into it again. So, I just yeah.
Did you already bust all your packs?
I did. I'm quick. I did all 10. Yeah. What money do you make at these shows? I did really well last time. I don't know what everybody else makes. I can tell you the table was like 150 last year. I think it's more this year to go just for a table. I only had a single table, but I did quite well. I covered my costs several times over. Mm-hmm. And I was selling sketch cards, pre-done sketch cards, and commissions. Pretty much that's all. I mean, that's all I would sell, right? I wouldn't sell anything else. And when I go in the fall this time, I will have comic covers and I will have some other stuff too. So I'm gonna sort of take this time to ramp up my offerings. But it's several. You can make several thousand there for sure if you do it right. If you have the right content, right stuff. I only had 2 weeks to prepare, and I did very well. So. Let's see, like the card where it's hot. Yeah, the hot version of Ghastly Ashley. Yeah, the hot version. Sure. Can you imagine if we all got our doubles?
Same, dude. I only got a couple of yellows.
Yeah, same here. So I'll just be honest. The yellow tints have not been where it's at. My best 10 was a green 10, which the colors don't matter, honestly. They don't.
Right.
The colors doesn't matter. That first, Joe, the first 10 I opened was the best. That was the auto I got. Yeah, the Simcoe auto. This show is it's at the Philly Expo Center. It's in actually Phoenixville. It's outside of Philly. It's never been in Philly. It's called the Philly Non-Sport Card Show. I can pull it up. I'll pull it up and show you so you can. Very cool show. It's a premier one on the East Coast for non-sport. I'd say it's got some heritage behind it.
Philly Non-Sport is pretty well known.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is. I'll pull it up here. You can take a look at the site and get all the content info off. They're on Facebook. They're on the web. The website's not always updated real time, but it's off the guest list and how to get there. They have discount codes for hotels if you're in the area, if you're getting a hotel, that kind of thing. Those do fill up kind of quick nearer the date. which we're getting pretty close.
That's a good point, dude. 20 of the 80 flashback images are new.
Pull this up and I'll show it. Here.
They can do well. Sometimes, man, if you got the right crowd, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw the link to the site in the chat. So if you guys are interested in looking at that. Here, go spend your money on sales stuff. There's some great artists there, and there's always like great vendors there too. So here's did that go through okay, Joe? You see that in the chat?
Yep, there it is.
Okay, there we go.
That's
Here's the website.
I just got.
Yeah, and Joe, let me see if I can make you small.
2022. Oh, here we
go. Sorry, I'll put you. Yeah. Let's see.
No, you're good.
Does it look backwards, or can we see that okay? Or is it messed up?
It is backwards.
I don't know what's going on today with OBS, man. Is it's backwards? Your stuff's backwards. Let me fix it.
Maybe I'm backwards and it's straight.
Let me see if I can fix that. Sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. And now it's not responding to my command to flip the camera. So I don't know. Sorry about that. But any rate, that's backwards too again. I don't know why it keeps resetting that. Weird.
Do you have that you sell at your table?
Do I have what?
Prints. He says you sell prints and sketches and.
Yeah, you can. I'll have prints to sell and sketches, and pretty much I have a video playing of sketch work time lapsed on the side, and I'll take commissions then too, a limited amount of commissions.
Like your little TV setup with your reels just busting the whole time. That's cool.
Thank you, JQ down there for tuning in with us there. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your dinner. I was just heading off for dinner there, but learned a lot from the grading discussion. Yeah, I'm still learning about it too, so really interesting topic. But yeah, prints. I'll have prints this year. I might have something a little bit more than that. Last year, I also had the Garbage Chute Droid cards. I had my own cards there I could sign, so I was signing and giving away cards, and I gave out promo codes for that. So you can go on their website and buy with a 10% discount off cards and stuff like that. I gave out all those. So whether people knew what they were or not, they took them. Oh, coupons, right? But you know.
Yeah, look, man, you can't even bring clothes for your trip, boy. You're gonna have to bring all your stuff. Man. There's no room for.
Bobby Bean needs to bring PSA cards. Yeah, Bobby will have to drop ship them. So I told Bobby if he wants to get a table, we'll get a table over there. So I'll have one table right now reserved. I can get more, and he can get them too. I am locked in for the fall on that, but I had to cancel this May appearance because I just had some family stuff and conflict. You know how it goes. But I'll keep you posted on what I'll have ready there. So, but yeah, prints, some mashup characters maybe, stuff like that. But I want to do some more comic related art too, so I'll have some more comic cover art.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, whatever I have there. Also, any of the sets I've worked on for Upper Deck as well. I'll have blanks for Upper Deck and for Tops there too. So I'll guarantee I'll have some GPK blanks, wacky blanks. So I'll have official stock and my own stock as well. So yes. But you got anything else you wanna open?
Well, I mean, I have another 10, but we saw how that went.
Yeah, we can say that from we've been on for
this 2022 New York Comic Con set for Mr.
Let's see.
Here.
Let's make that large. Let's see if I can. Let me swap that out. Swap it. Cool. Signed by Mr. Christie. Yeah, nice.
Yep. Well, Comic Con set. I mean, I liked them because they were all like horror kind of
Very cool. Yeah, Bobby, keep us posted, man. I'll keep me posted too, privately, and we'll talk about that. It'd be cool. Cool to get you over here. You'd sell a lot of stuff, man. You get the British accent. They're like, "Oh, he's British. Spies." I'm telling you, it works. It works, man. It's a very nice area, though. That show is in a clean area. It's a nice facility. It's an expo center. So it's the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center at the Oaks, Hall E. Yeah, at the Oaks there. The Oaks is a pretty clean area, nice area. So very cool.
Nice. I like that Wednesday card forever, man.
It's neat. Yeah, that's what Twin Sandy's saying. You get this. So yeah. It's a cool card.
There it is. There it is, dude. Yes, sir. Just seeing it there. Yeah. And it was signed.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, I couldn't see the signature on that one, but that's signed too. Nice. Pretty special. Yeah.
Dude it.
Yeah. I am sorry I'm going to miss David this time because he'll be there at the Philly show. But yeah, I like him. He's been good to me over the years. So
I've only talked to him, through Messenger and the comment section.
Yeah.
He seems like a really cool dude too.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet all the artists.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, they all have their little things about him. He's more unique than some of the others. I'll put it that way. It's in a good way. So yeah, just as a person, I mean, he's very cool. But I like. There's not one of them I don't like really. So just put that out there. They're all good guys.
Right. Yeah. I'd like to meet.
Yeah, I don't know all the sketch artist guys and girls out there. I don't know them all, but I know several, many of them, and have good relations with them. So.
And I've been following Victor Moreno a lot lately. He seems pretty cool. A couple of people coming back up. I'm gonna start trying to keep tabs on. There's so much activity.
Oh yeah.
But I try to keep up on everything because you gotta know.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab the prime time sets coming up. I'm gonna grab those, which. It's just something new. I mean, I guess we're used to thin card stock again, right?
Right. But I mean, the new art is huge, man. It's very much needed, it feels like.
Yeah. Well, and I see those sets and I think is that, it's probably a combination of recycling some ideas that didn't get through the first time. And then it's probably some that never made on paper. And then it might be some new stuff too. It's probably a combination of all of that because the thing about the artists are they're also idea machines, and they've been doing it. All of them been doing it a long time. Been working on these products. They're really well-oiled machine. So I'm thinking about Gross, for example. He's an idea machine, just constantly, especially with the wacky stuff. He's really always kept a lot of that stuff alive. I think, from my opinion, but and same thing with Brent's work. Him and Brent are working on the I think on the trashies on the primetime slime sets. And you know how many cards Brent's done. So he's done so many. It's crazy. I think he surpassed Pounds years ago. So as far as number of cards. And he's awesome too. He's real quiet. Brent's a really quiet guy. He's really quiet. So, but cool, all cool guys.
Yes, Simcoe's slamming pretty hard on episode.
Oh, Simcoe has always been hot with it, and that's what Bobby's saying. Yeah, I mean, Simcoe is amazing with the merchandise. How he has time to do all that work is amazing to me. He's a fast painter. He's very fast. So Simcoe is one of my favorites, and he's a very nice guy.
I would imagine that's why he doesn't really have a whole lot of online presence.
No, he doesn't have a big social media presence and a lot of online interactions. Because I mean, of course, David seems to have more than the rest, and he's quite busy too. He's very busy. But different personalities as well. So different. I don't know how David does it. So I don't know. But Joe has got it. He's very nice guy. Very met his whole family. They're very nice. So they're great.
I mean, I can't help but like want to meet another Joe, and then it's crazy because I believe his significant other is a has the same
She
last name as
does. She
me.
does actually. Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
I'm just
Uh-huh.
like,
Yeah, June.
too much.
June's
We gotta hang out, Barbara.
funny
I
story.
mean,
I had Joe one day, the first time I met him, I had him sign my copy of I was introduced to him as an artist too, but I came back later and I was like, "Hey, I know we met, but I want you to sign my my documentary, right?" I brought it with me. So I had him sign it. And then I came back later and I had his wife sign it. He's like, because he was ready to sign. I was like, "Oh no, Joe, it's okay. I wanted June to sign it." So he signed it for me, and she signed it too. But I signed a release form. I was like, "You mailed me a release form because I have a photograph in the movie at the end. A lot of us submitted our collections for it, so I had to sign a release form or something for whatever. I don't have a part in it. I just
right?
have a picture or something." And
Wow.
it's like, yeah, I remember who she was, but it's been a little while.
Yeah. I was like, what? This is.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it's funny, Joe. I got to meet once when I first got in. I got to meet Chad Sears. I met Chad Sears and got some from him. He introduced me to David, to Tom Bunk, to LeBron. He introduced me to Simcoe, and Joe McWilliams was his first go at retail GPK. Yeah, he'd been in Wackies for a while, so I got to meet all those guys and hang out with them all at one time.
that's just
Never got better than
wow.
that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
right. That sounds
yeah.
killer. And then what? Yeah, like went out to eat
Went out to
or
eat
just hung
later.
out.
We have like a morning breakfast picture of us together. It's pretty funny. They took and put up on. It's pretty funny. Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
So that was a great experience. Hadn't been better than that. So, but and then Joe later on, Joe added me on Facebook. Isn't that cool?
That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
So
Yeah.
that was as a fan artist, it was really weird. Like Joe Simcoe's added me as an artist too. I think that's pretty neat.
I mean, I'll be honest, man. That's happened to me a few times of
Mhm.
recent, and I'm like, whoa, really? Like, why are you
Yeah,
following me,
yeah,
dude? I should
yeah. I was
follow
honored
you.
because I mean I love his art, so it's cool. But
Cool stuff. Right. Let's see. Yeah, right.
so
Y'all have like a ops manager, right? That's
um
like,
So yes, there is a brand manager. It's it's yes, there is one. It rotates around for a while. There is a current one. Um, we haven't had a stable one for a couple of years. There was a time where you might have saw it sometimes. Jessica had a card years ago on the 30th. She was the last one we had that was um, the big brand manager that we had, who took over from Colin Walton before that. She was an assistant. She took over and did a great job. And she left, and then we had a few rotational stuff where people from other different brands would come in and sort of run. We had a Star Wars guy one time, LB guy, sort of babysit us, and then there was another guy came in, and he's here now. So yeah,
I suppose, as long as you're familiar with the position, right?
yeah. What's involved with that job must be a variety of things. So yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. I don't want to say his name. So the Heat, I know that.
Yeah, no, no.
But yeah, you never know. Very low profile, I'll put it that way. They try to keep a low profile, so for obvious reasons. You can find them if you hunt.
Yeah, I'm saying, look, all the greats all at once. Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, that was and getting to meet them as a new sketch artist. I've been doing it about a year, so it's awesome.
And dude asked, like, if Bunk still comes out to the shows. He
He
does a few,
does.
right?
No,
If
he
they're close
does.
to
He
him.
does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I feel like I need to run real quick before that stops being a thing, because
I'm just thankful Buck still does as much art as he does, and they ask him to do it. I know that Topps doesn't ask everybody to keep doing things. They don't ask Warhol to keep doing it, which I know he's having some vision. Certain age you have vision issues. He's a treasure. He's a treasure. He's everything he was on, like the documentary. He's wonderful. Pound doesn't do anymore, obviously, but we've got such a good batch of artists though. So I mean, I just keep the good times going, I guess, with it. 20 Sandy.
yeah.
It's my goal to do an original painting for original. That never has been. I'm happy doing the sketch cards. if the opportunity comes up, I would. If I do one of these shows and they ask me to do one for the show as a promo or something, I do that, or I do a wacky or something probably first. Honestly, something like that probably be realistic, but you don't have a lot of time to complete those. Like if I were to do a guest spot with one of those, you have a couple of days to paint that thing, get it going. So yeah, I probably should think about that, right, and plan one out. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good with what I've got going on. I'm happy with it, and we'll see. Never know. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess for right in the moment, my thought was just okay. You could have maybe prepare like some sketches of some
Yeah,
popular
I mean,
characters.
you can submit ideas. I can submit a ton of ideas now, probably. So,
Ooh.
Tony Sands is Colin Walton. Yeah, he was a former brand manager for. He's the one who hired me actually. I started. He was a former brand manager at Tops for GPK, Wackies, WWE. I think he went to the WWE as something. Maybe he's wrestling for all I know. I don't know. I don't think so. But I think he went there as a similar role, actually. So, yeah. I think he managed through brand new series and some of the stuff a little bit before that, all through the yearly series and some of the other stuff, some of the other theme sets as well. Yeah, so I got hired with him, and then he immediately basically left. So I had to be sure to stay on the roster. Fun. Well, Joe, that's all I've got for today, man. I think we'll maybe save some stuff for next time. I got a few extra little things we can play with next time. To weird packs of cards. Got these sidekick cards. I can get them on this camera. I think I sent you any of these, but these are from Sidekick, who was at the Philly show. They do these wax pack sets, and they do weird non-sport stuff. I'll just put it that way. They did the Mars Attacks cards, all that stuff. But this is a random overage pack. So whatever could be in here, could be autographs, could be nothing, could be anything. So neat stuff. Might do some of those next time. Thank you, everyone, for. Tony San, I'll answer your question. What happened to Diaz? So Diaz left a while back. He couldn't keep up with the demand of the artwork and his time. So his own admission, by the way, not me judging him, because I think his work's great. But he got into trouble with just managing his time. And again, you've got to paint a lot. You've got to make a lot of output for them. And that was in the times of Jeff Zapata was there too, he was the brand manager then, back in the all new series era. So I think it was just time and demand, and he just couldn't produce what Topps wanted in their timetable. So, and then he produced his own stuff afterward, and Topps got angry. So there's lawsuits and so I've never had any relations with them, but yeah, unfortunate tale. But I can see it. I can see how. I mean, these guys, they get so many sets ahead too. Like they've already painted stuff for the sets you haven't seen yet. They're already 2 sets ahead, and they're probably working on online content for next year right now. They have to stagger it. You have to stagger it. So, all right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate the stream, Joe, for you popping in here. I know you raced back home to get on, so I appreciate that. Hope you get tickets or anything. Yeah.
I'm glad I made it.
Absolutely. Well, everyone, I'll probably do a stream tomorrow, Tuesday. I'll post it up on YouTube, and I'll do a regular sketching stream. So we'll be doing a sketch card, probably something fairly newer. So just something just to catch up and get back in the groove, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about markers. I think some people have questions about marker sets, right, Joe? What to get? Yeah, I might first just talk about a part one of what I have, and then everyone has a custom fit, so not what I have doesn't particularly matter sometimes, but might go over that a little bit. Let's see. 26. There's one more chat here. Let's see. 26 says, "Do they care about fans? They do care about fan sets. Yeah, I mean, if it uses their band or their logo, if it's too big, if it's a small thing out there, it's probably not going to make a bit. But if it's a former Topps artist, or if even the sketcher, if I put out a set that looked a lot like GPK and call it something real close, they would be pretty upset. So, and they've shut down people before for making coloring books in the past and other things that were closed. They've shut them down. But you can ask permission to do certain things and see what kind of happens as an artist, and they can let you do a certain amount of certain things. But usually, if you do anything that infringes upon one of their products, they're not going to like that, and they'll send you a cease and desist. So, yeah, it's better to do something, in the spirit of, maybe not quite exactly the same. Don't copy their stuff,
From from the other side out here in the fan block, like, I mean, I know I've seen that, like, I've heard it go both ways, where somebody has been asked to stop formally.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I mean, that's
Yes.
the thing. But I've also
I've seen it
heard
both
that there
ways.
are ways to get away with it. So
There are ways to move fast and get things printed, but there's bootleg sets that are outright copies that are just rebranded or repackaged and look kind of nice and just are a fun little thing to have. I mean, I don't think Topps cracks down that hard on those all the time. I mean, I'm sure there's cases where they have, but yeah, at your own risk, that kind of thing.
right, definitely,
it's infringement. So good luck, right? I can draw. So yes, about prints. Just one more thing. So I can draw one-offs, unique one-offs, and sell them all day long. If I do prints, I have to get special permission to do a limited amount. Like I could do 15 or something of this, as long as I have I get clearance from the brand manager or something like that. So
that's how those limited prints come up.
That's how that works, and those can be rare occurrences as well. So and it helps if they're tied to another party or another licensee kind of event. So don't look for those to being a norm, and that's just it gets crazier depending on what company you're working with. If it's Marvel or Lucas, you're in trouble. They're harsh. They're harsh. But anyway,
no, there's no in that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll call it that. Thanks for everyone for joining us. Appreciate tuning in the stream. We'll be here back. I guess next Sunday we'll have something new. We'll post some details on that soon. And tune in this Monday or Tuesday. I'll be around and doing a stream. So thank you, Joe.
Hey guys, all y'all in the chat. #Dynamite.
Ooh.
I don't know why.
#Dynamite in the chat.
#Dynamite.
You might want to want to tag on the video, the chat. I don't know if we can recover the chat very well once we close the stream there, Joe. But if you comment on the video, Dynamite, then that's where to put it, because unless we record it in the chat now, we have a hard time tracking that.
There you go. Yeah. Do it on the YouTube.
Yeah, right? Tag it on the YouTube video. Just put Dynamite on that, and that'll be good. I'll once we close the chat on this service, once we close the chat, it kind of goes away and doesn't sort of save it onto YouTube for us for some reason. It just having some trouble with that. Thank you, YouTube. All right, I'm gonna put the title screen up, and we'll just let you chat. Drop that in the chat, and also comment on the video. And we will see you later. Thanks a lot.
Later, guys.